This video is going to be on the amended resolution of the Oakland Board of Education. But first we have to talk about what came before the amended resolution, which was the original resolution put out by the school board. In December of 1996, the Oakland School Board declared that Ebonics was a second language. By doing this, it allowed them to receive more federal funding, which is what became the real issue. Because of this debate across the country, many news articles were written about it, even a news article in our very own Columbus Ledger-Enquirer. Months later, the New York Times published a article claiming that the school board of Oakland was the first to do this, which they in fact weren't. In 2009, the University of Toronto actually published a paper saying that Oakland was not unique in putting out documentation like this, and that various California school boards have been doing it 15 years prior. Because of the ongoing debate with Ebonics as a second language, the current administration was actually Bill Clinton. They came out and said that Ebonics was not a second language, and this was all due to um, receiving of federal funds. This is some verbiage that the Oakland School Board put out in their first resolution, which basically was going to allow teachers who were trained in Ebonics to receive federal funding. Because of all the negative backlash that the Oakland School Board received, less than a month later, they came out with the amended resolution. The amended resolution came out and basically said that teachers would use a program with Ebonics to help their students, but wasn't very specific on how they would. Later in 1999, in Ohio, a study was conducted where Ebonics was used in classrooms similar to what Oakland School Board had proposed, and it actually helped students with their standard English writing. This is a video clip of a Senate hearing that they had shortly after the amended version of the Oakland School Board was released. This is Dr. Robert Williams, and he's actually the person who coined the term Ebonics, and it's Senator Arland that is questioning him.
The first study is one that I conducted in 1970 that led me in the direction of the Ebonics hypothesis. I developed the Black Intelligence Test of Cultural Homogeneity to show that African Americans perform better on a test that contained items from their cultural pool rather than from an unfamiliar cultural pool. The results supported my argument. The second study, conducted in 1972, set out to determine the effect of language on test scores of African American children. I switched codes or translated the test items from standard English to Ebonics. This method provided a standard English version of the test and a non-standard version, or Ebonics. 990 kindergarten, first grade, and second grade children were included in the study. The results were striking. The children scored significantly higher on the Ebonics version than on the standard English version. The following two examples are given here to show the methods of code switching or translation. Standard English. Mark the toy that is behind the sofa. Ebonics version. Mark the toy that is in back of the couch. 2. Standard English version. Point to the squirrel that is beginning to climb the tree. The Ebonics version, point to the squirrel that is fixing to climb the tree. What I discovered in the first example, the words beginning and sulfur were blocking agents. I translated both words to in back of and couch. In the second example, I translated the word beginning to fixing to. These changes produced dramatic changes in the children's test scores. Dr. Gary Simpkins is the author of the third study using Ebonics. His bridge program places emphasis on language skills already in the students' repertoires using material representative of their cultural experiences. Bridge is a reading program in which students proceed from the familiar Ebonics to the less familiar Standard English in a series of transitional steps. The Bridge program emphasizes the axiom, start where the child is. Over a 4-month period, the Bridge group showed significantly higher reading achievement test scores than the non-Bridge group. The Bridge group progressed in reading scores by 6.2 months, whereas the non-Bridge group increased only 1.6 months. Teachers who were initially opposed to the Bridge program changed from the negative to positive after using.
What I liked about this clip is he gives exact examples of how it affects the students and how they actually improve. Senator Arlen goes on to ask Dr. Williams if this impedes their learning of standard English, and he says that it doesn't because the children are able to switch from Ebonics to standard English or home talk to school talk. So in summary, Ebonics is not a second language, but it is a dialect, and it's also considered the most challenging of dialects. Using Ebonics in a classroom is beneficial to reading and writing, and Ebonics does not hinder a student from actually learning standard English. Here are the resources that I used.